Hello, welcome to Best Laid Schemes, where we're playing D&D in the Mythic Odysseys of Theros setting. With me are Adrienne, Darren, Jill and Mark. I'm sorry it's been a month since our last session because I was too stressed to run one 2 weeks ago. But feeling better now. So in order to recap, because after a month, I'm sure everybody's a bit fuzzy on exactly what happened. You had confronted the last of Klothys' three loom sisters in her temple, the Eye of Klothys, on the top of a windswept cliff, not far from the city of Altrizos. And you had defeated the Sphinx and escaped the trap that was set for you. Caught up with Ptolemy and defeated her, went back to investigate the temple, armed with Ptolemy's severed head.
As you do.
Yeah. Upset. You discovered a Satyr named Clip-Clop hiding in the one of the sanctuary areas of the temple. And let her go to, wherever she's going. You don't know. She has left the temple. And then you found that you sensed the presence of a divine form, and the severed head of Ptolemy animated and chased you from the temple, which then began to quake and sink into the ground, this massive spire of rock with a hole through it at the top, lowering into the cliff until the hole is level with the ground.
I'm sure it was coincidental, nothing to do with us.
You notice that the sky seen through the hole looks a little different to the sky that you can see off the cliff, and into the archway formed by this hole, sort of now sunken mostly into the ground, steps a giant skeletal armoured figure. It's about 12 feet tall. It's wearing a battered armour. It has a crest on its helm. It's holding an enormous kind of like rusted longsword, and it steps forward through the archway. What are you going to do?
Is this a Titan? Is this what these Titan things are? I say to Dericles.
Aren't Titans bigger than this?
No, it's
It's pretty big, but
it's not giant though, is it? Not giant. It's not like the size of a Cyclops. Probably not a Titan.
I presume it's not friendly, or does it look not friendly?
Is it human, or is it like some sort of construct? Is it a big statue?
Do you want to make let's see, religion rolls, please? Shade, you can do it with advantage.
Ooh, oh god, that's not good.
Well, 7.
8.
You've no idea.
Let me just check my religion on here. Ooh, 18.
Okay, Shade, you recognise this. This is a Phylaskia. It is a creature of the underworld. They are guardians. This one, looking at the state of it, does not look to be one of Erebos's.
Okay, do I know anything else about it?
Let me check. what would you? You would know. Basically, they guard the borders of the underworld. You would know that they are hard to escape from.
Right. Okay, I think we should turn around and fight it. We should stay here and fight it.
Is it actually trying to fight, or is it just guarding the entrance?
Yeah, sorry. I gave you a chance to confer, but yeah, it is striding towards you. So I'm going to ask you for initiative rolls, and then we'll see what you want to do. Okay.
I've got advantage. 17.
Ooh. Okay.
How come you got advantage?
Because of my shield.
Yeah.
I've always
nice.
Well, I've got 7. That still should be better than Dorothy's.
6.
There's a good chance.
Yeah, I've got 6.
Oh no!
I got 9.
Okay. So, I will say, Dericles, you're not last.
Oh.
Okay, so Hester, you're first. What are you going to do? Let me give you a look at the space. There we go. So this thing is basically striding towards you out of this archway. Just as it clears the archway, you all hear a voice that kind of in the back of your heads. It kind of hurts your brain to listen to it. A woman's voice saying, "You cannot escape your fate." And the sky through the archway shimmers and turns back to an ordinary-looking hole.
Okay, so I am going to wave and say, "Hello, grovel," and it's a wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh, that's Hester, always polite.
Oh, and I've lost my character sheet.
Oh no.
It's just telling me that there's an error. Gonna be... Oh, there it is. I'll put it again. 15.
Can I just is that's word of command?
It just says command, not word.
Oh, sorry.
Command.
Okay. Command. Yeah. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I've got to check something because this thing has quite a lot of condition immunities. So bear with me while I check exactly what command.
The spell has no effect if the target is undead or doesn't understand your language.
Okay.
Or if the command is directly harmful to it.
Yeah, you
Spoke to us, so I assume.
You reach out. Yeah, I mean, you reach out with your will and try to impose your will upon it, and you can't feel a soul there. I'll let you keep the spell slot.
Okay.
Because there's nothing for you for the spell to latch onto.
So it's undead.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. In that case,
right, I've muted. No. Do you know what the job? Okay, go. Thank you very much. Shut the door.
Sorry, Jill.
I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Level 1. and everybody gets 10 points of healing. Hang on, who does? Oh no, it's one creature. Who's low on hit points?
I've only got 76.
Oh,
Show off.
how are you coping?
No, I'm on max.
I've got 44 of 58.
Right, so you take the 10 points because I've got a nice little feature, which is when I give healing,
Yep.
I regain hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level. So I get 3 hit points back as well. So that'll do.
Does that work if you were healing yourself? And then you get extra?
Good question.
Well, that's not what happened right now.
No,
So,
a creature other
No.
than you-
Just no.
No, it doesn't.
no.
Oh, okay. It's just for future reference.
Okay. Next up is I've not written. Is Shade.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Oh no. How far away is it from us?
It is.
I can't
It's
see
35 feet away from you now. It's
Right.
cleared the archway.
Okay, if I can move 10 feet forwards
Okay.
and
direct towards it.
then, yeah, and then I'm going to throw my dancing rapier at it.
Okay. Hang on a minute. Let me. Whoop. There we go. We have a dancing rapier.
Yes, so it can go right up to it and hit it
Okay.
because
there.
that is. Oh, how's that? That's a bonus action.
Yeah, it's a bonus action to toss out the dancing. Or
Oh,
did
so
you roll
then
to
yeah,
hit?
I'm going to use. Can I use my cloak of stars? Have I done that yet? Oh yeah, so I use my cloak of stars as my action, and my bonus action is my dancing rapier, and it can hit.
Okay.
So
What did you roll?
hopefully- I'm just doing it now.
Okay.
Not enough is the 12. It wasn't enough, I don't think. It's 12.
No, that's not enough.
No.
Sorry. Okay, so yeah, this thing it's got even though the armor is battered, it's like skeletal form is still sort of like mostly covered with like these big sculpted plates. Let's see. Anything else? You moving anywhere further?
No, that's yeah, no, I think that'll be it.
Okay. Pims.
Charge!
Charge. Okay, how far? How far can you get? You can move.
Well, I only need to get within 10 feet of it.
Okay, there you go. So you can move 25 feet, and still attack.
Okay, I will do that then. With my glaive.
Oh, you get extra movement because you started close to
Yeah.
Dericles.
You're
Oh,
in
well,
my
if that's the
aura.
case- If that's the case, maybe I'll attack it from behind them.
Yep. Let me just check. So you get. Is it an extra 10 feet?
Yeah.
So you can get as far as.
What about if I'm a square to the right, so I've got 10-foot reach? Right. Mind you, it's got a big sword, so the reach probably makes no difference. Maybe within its reach, so put me close to it.
Okay.
That's the assumption I'm going to make.
Just double. Its sword is enormous. Yeah. It's wielding it one-handed, but
I'll
it
just check
is.
to see whether Jill laughed then. No? Okay.
We were being good.
I'll attack with my glaive.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Ah, 12.
No,
Oh,
that
it's
will
pretty
glance off its armor as well.
Okay.
Clang.
And annoyed, I will take a second attack.
Its head swivels to look at you.
Oh, what? 13, one better.
That also clangs off its armor.
Damn it.
We have just walked up a flight of stairs. You know.
Yeah. Out of breath.
That's rubbish.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Few heroes are able to perform after climbing stairs.
Alright, okay. Well, that's me. Oh no, I'll use my bonus action since I'm close up to it, to do my whip the pole arm round the other way.
Oh yeah,
Try and hit it with the butt.
go for it.
Oh, God. Oh, I rolled a 3 this time.
No.
So I rolled a 5, a 4, and a 3.
Yeah. Wow. It's a bit
Great start.
yeah. It's a bit disconcerting. This creature. It's far bigger than a human skeleton. You're not sure what it might have been, whether it was once a human that has just distorted in the underworld, or whether it was once something bigger.
I've realised I should be using my Legend of Vox Machina dice that I just got.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, still this plastic bag.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, we'll find out next turn if that's any better for you. Anything else?
Yeah, that'd be all the going back. No, that's my lot.
Okay. Right. Deracles.
That bit at the top of the map, is that like a cliff or something, or the beach, or is that just the edge of the map?
It's pretty much just the edge of the map. There's not a lot beyond it.
Okay.
You can get around behind him, if you want to.
No, I was just gonna try and knock him off if he was like near the edge of a cliff or something.
No, there's just the archway of the temple. I mean, you are on a cliff top, but you're not really close to the edge.
Right. Okay. In that case, it will just be a case of running up and hitting him. Probably trying to get opposite Pims for a bit of a flanking.
What's your move?
40.
40. Okay. Brilliant. You can get into that square. Let's see. 45, 40. You can get that's enough to flank.
It can be in the same. Can it not be in the same square as the sword?
Technically, no, I don't think, because it's thrashing around. But that's close enough to for flanking anyway.
Do I get an advantage for that?
Yes.
Do I? I'll try and hit him then. Oh, a 20. That's nice. Yeah, critical.
Oh, a natural 20, excellent.
Yeah, natural 20, yeah. That is hang on. That is 12 slashing and no, that's not 12 slashing. Yes, no, it's not. Sorry, 19 slashing.
Okay.
19 slashing and 6 necrotic.
Okay. You slash it. You manage to bash through the armor, but you feel the blood axe pulse as you would expect it to, like, draw life force from your opponent, but you just feel nothing. You receive no life force from it, and it appears to take no damage from the necrotic energy.
Yeah, I kind of thought that. I will also activate a Divine Smite.
Oh, okay.
For a bit of radiant damage, which might hopefully do a bit better, but also
What have we got for Divine Smite?
Adrienne,
Yeah.
you also got another 3 hit points because I'm a disciple of life.
Ooh, nice.
Sorry.
We've just lost Mark.
Oh, have we?
Oh.
I can't see him on the.
Yeah, we have. He'll be back in a moment. Apologies, everybody. Let me.
No.
Oh, here he is.
There
back.
we go. Yes, you're back.
I'm back with 11 radiant damage.
11. Fantastic. It does take the radiant damage does like sort of burns across its surface. Your blow, by the way, was forceful enough to like stop it in its tracks, and it's kind of like armored head with little purple pinpricks of light glowing in the sockets, just like it tilts down to look at you.
I'll hit it again then.
Okay.
That is a 28 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool.
And that's 13 slashing, but I suppose there's not much point in rolling the necrotic.
Afraid not.
Yeah, so yeah, 13 slashing damage.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you've like run straight up to it and like hammered into it with a couple of massive axe blows. It has it's stopped dead in its tracks. There is you've really quite hurt it with that single round of attacks. And now it's
what size category is it compared to me?
It is. Let me just double check. I believe it is large. Yep, it's large.
So that's just one above me, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, well, I'm going to hammering horns it then.
Okay.
Try and knock it back and knock it over. Strength save versus DC 16.
Okay. Yeah, you hammer into it. It is completely taken aback by the ferocity of your attack, and it sprawls. It teeters over, and it crashes to the ground.
I don't think it actually makes it fall over.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't make it fall over.
Oh, sorry. I thought it made. I thought it was prone.
No, it just makes it. It just pushes it back 10 feet away.
Okay, well.
From me.
It staggers back with a rattling of bone and armor, and yeah, it's quite an impressive display from Deracles there. Okay, let me just move that.
Anybody get an opportunity attack because it's moved away?
I don't think you do if it's something has made it move.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. What I'm going to do.
Yeah, it has to be moved in a turn card.
I'm actually going to move everybody else 10 foot south. There we go. Just so that we've got a little bit more room to play with. Okay, there we go. I'll bring you on screen when it's your turn, Hester. Right now, this thing is its eyes are locked onto Deracles now. It steps forward and swings this massive longsword at you twice. That is a 15 to hit for the first.
Not enough.
No. And then a 25 to hit.
That might be enough.
Yeah. Sorry. It only steps a little way forward because this thing is so long. Let's see. Okay, it does. It does 13 points of slashing damage, and
Okay.
you feel. And you feel a chill run through your body as you take 11 more points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
From that hit, and then it lunges towards you with its free hand, tries to grab you. That's 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, so it grabs your shoulder. This is that is 12 points of necrotic damage. Are you're not immune to necrotic, are you?
Sadly not.
Okay, can you roll a d4 for me, please?
2.
2. Okay, your strength is reduced by 2 points. You can sense that that this is a it's draining your just your energy. You can sense that this is a temporary setback. Given time, you would recover. It's not a permanent effect, but it would take a long rest to recover it. Okay, that is all of its attacks, and then let's see. Next round, Hester, you're up. So you've seen Derocles absolutely batter it, and then it returned the favour.
I'm going to hold up round symbol made of twigs and dried grass. It's a sun rising over some hills, and I'm just going to hold it towards it, and it needs to do a wisdom 15 save.
Okay, is this a turn undead?
Yeah.
Wisdom, it gets exactly 15.
Okay.
So I think that means that it resists, but does it still take damage?
It wouldn't have taken any damage.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I'm just going to double check, but I don't think anything happens at all. Nope.
So okay.
That's it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you can see it. You do sense the holy symbol you hold up. It does glow as you do this, and you can see the creature flinch away from the light, but it raises one arm and just endures it rather than.
I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And bring out my big book at level 4.
Okay. You have summoned your book.
That's 10 to hit.
Are you summoning that over there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What was it to hit, sorry?
10.
That'll miss, I'm afraid.
So that's my action.
Okay, cool. The book swings, but it glances off the armour. And are you moving anywhere?
No.
You're staying well clear. Okay, cool. Right. Shade, you're next.
Can you move me 30 feet up?
30 feet. Straight up?
No, not straight up towards it.
Up there.
Yes, please.
Okay. So you're flanking it with Pims.
Cool. Right. If I grab my dancing rapier, can I do that as a bonus action, or is that my action?
I'll allow that as a bonus action.
Okay, so my action will be to hit it with my rapier, hopefully, because it's magic. Oh, that's quite nice. That's 25 to hit.
That will hit.
That is good. And that is also sneak attack. Okay, so that is d8 plus 3. That's 8 plus sneak attack. Ooh, 46. $24 points of damage.
Okay. What flavour of damage?
It is piercing damage.
All just piercing.
Yeah, but it is magic.
Yep.
So I didn't know if that would make a difference.
Not in this case.
Oh.
Okay.
That is me done.
Okay, right. Pims, the start of
it
your
was advantage, wasn't it?
Oh,
no, it's okay.
okay, good. Pims, right. You're starting your turn very close to this thing. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please? DC 15.
Okay. I get a massive -1 on this. Ooh, 16.
-1 or 16 total?
16 total.
Oh, it doesn't matter actually, doesn't it? That would still be a pass. Brilliant. Okay, yeah, you feel waves of lethargy just sort of like pouring off this creature. You can feel your muscles kind of like slacken in its presence, but you pull yourself together, you resist it, and you are now immune to that aura for 24 hours.
Awesome. Okay. And perhaps that'll spur me on into doing a decent attack.
Okay.
Right, okay. So these dice are great. That's another 17. So that's 25 in total.
That will hit.
Did you do it twice?
No.
Oh, yes, you have advantage for flanking.
On the other side from you.
Yeah, I'll stick it on again.
Okay.
Okay. So that'll do 8 points of damage with my glaive.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a second glaive attack with advantage again. Yep.
Yeah.
And those two are terrible. So that is 15 to hit.
That will just glance off the armor, I'm afraid.
Okay, and then once again, I'll flip it around and poke it with the back. And that's more like it. That's a 27.
That hits.
So let me just check what that does. Oh, that's good though. 9 points.
Wow. Okay.
Better with the butt than I did with the points.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Now Pims is battering away at it. Okay.
No, I have no special things I can do. Oh, I've got one superiority die left. I have to work out what I can do with that.
Have a think about that. Okay. We are back to Dericles, who is within range. So, Dericles, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me? DC 15.
Okay. I get 17.
Okay, yes. You also feel this lethargy radiating off the creature, but you shake it off, and you are immune for 24 hours. Okay. It's your turn.
Hang on a second. I'll just check something. Just want to check how far my. Can I if I go kind of into the middle, will both can I get to where both Pims and Shade are within 10 feet of me?
Yeah, I'd say that they're both within 10 feet there.
Okay, just so they get the extra +2 saving throws.
Oh yes, that's a good point.
So yeah, I'll attack.
Okay, roll.
Oh, I take it I'm not flanking now because I'm doing that.
No, because yeah, you'd have to be on one side or the other.
Yeah, I think it's probably worth doing the saving throw bonus. So 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
And that is. Actually, no, it's only 18 because my strength's dropped.
Still a hit.
Okay, so that is 12 damage, slashing damage.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Second attack is 18 to hit as well.
Again, yeah, you just managed to find a weak spot in the armor.
And that's 14 slashing damage.
Okay. Right, it is looking. Yeah, it has taken some serious damage. The bits of the armor are now hanging off. The rags attached to it are tattered, and it's clear the bones themselves are kind of like chipped, and there's kind of the kind of like grimy grey surface of the bone is like chipped, exposing sort of like stark white bits. It is looking really battered now, but it's still
Do you want to take my sword off?
Sorry?
Do you want to take my sword off?
Oh, sorry, you've collected that, haven't you?
Yeah,
I'll
because
tuck it down there in the corner. Okay. So it's you've all surrounded it. Okay, now it
yeah, that seems like such a good idea.
It looks around it. Okay, well, the assailant who hurt it the most was Shade, so it turns its attention towards you, Shade. It is going to swing its longsword right overhead and bring it down on you. Okay, so first one, you're fast enough to get out of the way. Second one is 17 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Oh, just catches you. Okay, that is. Let's see. This enormous notched blade comes right down on, catching you on the shoulder for 9 points of slashing damage.
I'm uncanny dodging.
And
I'm resistant to necrotic.
Your resistance to necrotic. Okay, that's 10 points of necrotic, halved to 5.
Right. And then it's half of the other damage, isn't it?
This is a single attack, so I'll let you half the total.
Okay.
So what was that? 11. Was it 11? I can't remember what I said now.
You just said 5. I've taken 5 off.
Yeah, sorry. It was 9
I think.
plus 5, and then you can half that. So that would be a total of 7. Okay. So yeah, so you basically like nasty blow, which you just managed to twist to like avoid the brunt of it, and then it tries to grab you, but you're too fast for it. Okay, we come back round to Hester. It's looking weakened. It's looking significantly weaker. But yeah, it's still flailing around pretty hard with that sword.
Okay, so so I'll use my spiritual weapon first. That's 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
14 points of force damage.
Cool.
Okay, that is. Yeah, your book sort of like cracks it, and like the crest on its helmet like bends and stays stuck at a 45-degree angle.
And then for my action, hang on, I need to be within 30 feet of everybody. So can I get that close?
Yeah, you can. Let me see. They are 45 feet away, so you only need to move 15 foot closer to.
I'll do. And I'm going to cast Bless on them all.
Excellent. Okay.
So you've got a D4 to add to attack rolls and saving throws.
Right.
Fantastic. Okay. That will be useful because if you're done, Hester, it's Shade's turn. I need a Wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
Thank you. Do I get that +2 still from Deracles?
And you get the D4 from Hester's Bless.
Right, okay. You're just thinking I'm going to roll really badly now, aren't you? 16.
16. Okay, yes.
Yes, and I really did need both of those things.
Yeah. You feel these waves of lethargy crashing over you, but again, you are able to clear your head and stay focused on your target. So you too are immune to that effect for 24 hours. Right, what are you going to do?
I'm going to hit it. Hopefully. And... Oh, do I get advantage because Pims is the other side of me?
Yes, you do.
Alright, not it made much. Right, that is 25 to hit. And I can sneak attack.
That hits.
8. That's 8 points of damage, and sneak attack is a whole another 10. So it's 18 points of damage for that attack. And then because it's my dancing rapier, I can I do it as a... No, I can just use it as my... I'm sure I can use it twice as my second one. Sorry, I'm just checking. No, I'll use my other rapier on it because I'll use it as my bonus action as two weapon fighting. So that is 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Oh, that's just a D8, isn't it? Okay, 1 point
Sorry,
damage.
what was your first attack damage?
Oh, 18.
18, right, sorry.
And then this was 1 whole point for my second.
Okay, so 19. Yep, okay. Wow, okay, yeah, you... good grief. Yeah, basically, you stick your rapier, you manage to kind of like lodge it like through the spine and sort of like twist, and like you can hear a crack as it's like as the vertebrae loosen. It is really kind of like teetering now and looking very battered. Are you doing anything else?
No, that is me.
That is you. Okay.
I will stay around.
Pims, you're immune to the waves of lethargy now. What are you going to do?
Did you say he was looking quite bashed?
He's looking very bashed.
Yeah, I'm going to try and finish him off then. Do I still have advantage?
You do.
Okay. First glaive. That's going to be 19.
That hits.
Okay. And that's 10 points of... No, not 10 points, sorry. 7 points of damage.
Let me see. Okay.
Second glaive attack is... Oh dear. I rolled a 4 and a 2. So then nothing.
Okay,
and then as for my bonus action, I'll twirl it round, get it to the butt, and then smash at its bones. And that's a 20, dirty 20.
Hits.
And that does 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. This thing is it's teetering, and it looks so fragile now that like you just whip round with the butt of your get the butt of your glaive against its kneecap, and just like smash its kneecap off, and its leg, it almost teeters, and then against all probability its leg just sort of like pops back and reforms just barely.
Oh.
It is you were so sure that would have taken it out. Oh, hang on a minute.
I was so sure. I really was.
Hang on a minute. Let me just check. Yeah. There we go. So it's on that. Okay. This will be interesting. Okay. Yeah. It's absolutely on its last legs. You moving anywhere?
No. I'll stay where I am.
Okay. In that case, Deracles.
Okay, I'll keep trying to hit it. And I'll roll a 1.
No.
So I won't hit it then.
No. Yeah, but I can't think of anything exciting there. That'll just it'll just miss.
Okay. Do I still get my second attack, or does that lose my second attack?
No, you can still have your second attack.
Hester,
Yeah.
do we all get a D? Was it a D4 for
Yeah.
the attackers? Yeah.
Oh yes, on attacks.
That wouldn't have made a difference to mine.
No.
No, but it might do for Mark's next go.
Yeah.
See
No,
how
I'm
Deracles does.
all right at the second one. 27. including
Okay,
the
that
D4.
definitely hits. Roll damage.
16 slashing.
Okay, bear with me. That means that it's got to beat that. Okay, yep. You slash your axe right through its spine, and you can see the like the haze of purplish energy try to hold its form together, but your blow is just too strong. You cleave it in half, and it collapses into a pile of armor, bones, and dust that just like rolls out across the and blows away in the wind. The armor is all sort of like piled up there, but yeah, the bones are just sort of like turning to ash and drifting away. I should have thought that Deracles would dish out more damage than its undead fortitude could handle. Okay. You are now alone again on top of the cliffside. It is quiet.
I'm gonna
Blimey.
I'm gonna go up to the I know the sort of portal that it came through is closed, but I'm gonna go up to the entranceway anyway, and I'm just gonna bellow a challenge through it.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see. Make an intimidation roll, please.
Yeah, you tell him, Damocles. That was me helping.
Yeah, just 13, unless that assists me to get another roll.
No, that's
Get your D4.
Oh yeah, D4.
Oh, the D4.
yeah. You get a D4.
Get a D4 for that. Okay, that's an extra 1, so that's 14.
It's a success. Yeah, you stand like in the archway. Basically, like the to clamber up to the archway, you're climbing over a whole bunch of like broken rock and sort of like twisted like turf that's uprooted. You can get up there and like you roar into the space. You can hear your bellow echoing around for like within this archway, but it kind of beyond this stone archway, it just dissipates into the wind. You're not sure that anyone's even listening anymore.
She's just scared of you, Dericles.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to take it as. I'll stomp back down again to the others.
Is there anything worthwhile in the armor and stuff from this skeleton?
Let's see.
Antique value?
There is. There's not a lot, honestly. The sword is huge, but it's not in good condition. It's just like an enormous lump of steel, presumably some sort of dark metal. And although the other armor plates were once kind of like elaborate and decorative, they're just so pitted and rusted and battered now that they look pretty much worthless.
Don't know about anybody else, but I really need a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was our plan after this?
Find somewhere to eat. Oh.
Go to the pub.
Okay.
Should we shout for the hearts?
Before you do, how many hit points is everyone down?
8.
Okay, I'm going to give you your 8 hit points.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine.
I'm just down a little bit. 11 down.
Okay, I'm going to give you your 11 back.
Thank you.
18, I'm going to give myself 7 back. 26. Are you sure you don't want any pims?
I'm fine. I'll do mark on me.
Okay.
I'll do mark on me. I'll take off my shirt to show that I've got a mark on me.
Pims would say he's fine even if he was, on his last legs.
Okay. So you minister to your friends and you take a breath to recover from the whole sequence of fights that you've just engaged in, because you haven't really had much of a rest since you went into the temple. And since then you fought the Sphinx and then Ptolemy and then this creature.
Plus the thing that we summoned.
Oh, and the Woe Strider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Woe Strider.
I can't believe you're sympathetic to the Ghost Rider.
Oh. Did we say we were going to meet Clip Clop somewhere?
Did you?
Or did I just send Clip Clop down to the to Erebos's temple? I can't remember which I did.
I thought we initially planned to go to the nearest pub with Clip Clop, but not sure if we know where the nearest pub is.
Well, you know that the nearest settlement to here is Altrisos. But it's a fairly big city.
We saw Clip Clop heading off into the distance, though, didn't we? So
you did. Clip Clop was heading north.
Which way was she going?
In the direction of Altrisos.
Oh, okay.
So
should we head to Altrisos and try to rest up a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Are you going to walk or?
Whistle for my heart.
Okay.
Same.
It feels like your whistle is carried away on the wind, but nevertheless, after only a minute or two, you realise that all four hearts have risen up over the edge of the cliff and circling round to land on the grass in front of you. The sky is beginning to cloud over now a little bit. There's the sun's no longer shining on their golden surface, and it looks like there's some thick cloud kind of whipping up over the sea.
Would it be dangerous to fly these things in a storm?
Make an insight roll.
Let me just check my skills. Insight. Oh, a little bit, but 9.
It's hard to say. I mean, they're made of metal, so they must be pretty tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not pretty tough, so that was more the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you're able to mount up. Where are you gonna fly to?
Oh, Pims. If we're going to Altrisos, last one there buys the round. And I go.
Oh, I tell them to do that for me. I guess.
Okay. Are you all heading off towards Altrisos then?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you take off. It's a short flight, really. You're just scudding across the grasslands. You can occasionally sort of like veer to left off the edge of the cliff and look at the waves crashing on the rocks below. And after maybe 15 minutes flight or so, you are approaching the walls of Altrisos. It is a town similar in its components to Meletis. It's a coastal city. It has a little harbour, but everything's much smaller, and the city is sprawled in a kind of a natural dip in the cliffs, where there's a bit of a natural harbour. Again, it's like a smaller version of Meletis, really. Yeah. Where are you going to land?
Outside the city.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can come into land a short distance from the gates. Pretty much the only there are some gate guards who appear to be quite surprised by your arrival, but certainly nobody within the city appears to have noticed your presence. What are you going to do with the hearts? Are you going to leave them to...
Are there some stables nearby that we can rent?
Yeah, there will be some stables out just Actually, no, they will be inside the walls. So are you going to lead the hearts in?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. As you approach, the gate guards are just kind of awestruck. the four of you just like flying in on these amazingly beautiful brass constructs, and they don't even bother to challenge you as you enter the city.
Afternoon. Say to them.
Good afternoon. I'm sorry. What is your business in Altrizos?
We're heroes looking for a pub.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. I recommend the Hydra's Neck. That
Okay.
is.
I believe that's a chain.
Oh,
It keeps springing up all over the place.
he gives you. he gives you directions to this tavern. You're able to stable the golden hearts.
Oh, while we're there, just before we leave, the people looking after them.
The stable hand is so astonished by the hearts that he's happy to stable. It refuses to take any coin from you, but quizzes you about sort of like where did they come from, and who, how did you come by them, and so on. He's absolutely fascinated.
Answer all his questions as best we can.
Okay, yeah, you can fill him in, and yeah, he's also keen to know who you all are. Are you telling him?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll start regaling them with my exploits.
That's what
I'm
I
just
thought.
going to look around for books to read.
Not in the stables, unfortunately. But,
Excruciating detail.
yeah, so Pims and Dericles are basically like telling the tales of your adventures to this stable hand in lieu of paying for stables. And Hester and Shade, you pretty quickly spot down the hill towards the harbour. You can see that a tavern sign sticking out with a painting of a severed serpentine neck on it and a drop of blood spilling from it.
If you two have finished talking about your exploits, do you want to come and get
Alright.
go and get a drink?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You, I mean, it is the, it's pretty much the first pub that you come to on this particular road, so it's no wonder that the gate guards frequent it. As you go inside, it's quite nice an area that there are kind of it's got like archways that are open onto the street. There are plenty of like low benches. There is woman behind the bar looking fairly tired, but she perks up as you enter. And also in the corner you notice Clip-Clop sat at a table nursing an enormous amphora.
What do you cook for?
Oh, you're still alive.
We tried.
Strange thing to say. What were you expecting?
I thought that the goddess would have expressed her displeasure by now.
She did, but it wasn't too much trouble.
Yeah, water off the duck's back.
You're stronger than I thought.
You were about to say stronger than you look, didn't you?
I'll be honest, you do look pretty strong. Well,
Do you mind if we join you?
no, please do.
I'll sit down.
She seems quite. She seems to have been. You don't have much of a head start on her. Oh, actually, you flew here, so she will only have just arrived. Just trying to think where she. Yeah. So, are you going to get drinks in?
Do they do food as well?
They do food. Yeah, basically you can order.
How much am I shelling out?
A couple of silver each for food, for meal and drinks, and you settle down with Clip-Clop, who is seems just disheartened.
What a long face, Clip-Clop. You're finally with us now, nobody's can hurt you. Well, I mean, unless we decide to.
Well, I must admit, I think I need not fear the wrath of the goddess as long as you four are around to take the flag.
Yeah, that's about right.
So, maybe I should not sit quite so close to you all.
I'll be here now, and we've bought you a drink.
This is true. So, how did you fall afoul of the Loom sisters?
Well, we did kill them all. I just look at him, really give him a really hard stare. Trying to intimidate him a bit.
Her, yeah. She just seems tired.
Have we ground her down enough? Have we?
Her fur and hair is kind of like mousy brown with the occasional little streak of white in it. She's wearing a pale yellow tunic belted with a cloth sash. She's got a little pouch with a presumably coin and bits and pieces, and she's just a bit dejected.
Yeah, I'm just going to put my hand on her shoulder and say, you know, Clip-Clop, you're looking pretty pathetic.
Well, thank you.
Well,
I feel so much better now.
Where did it go wrong for you?
I don't know.
I think when we turned up.
Well, honestly, the mistress's obsession with everything, it all started to go wrong when the sisters started to hear from Klothys on a regular basis. For the most part, the oracles just used to get vague visions and dreams. Your typical enigmatic prophecies. The sort of thing you wouldn't... Or the sort of thing that every oracle gets once in a while. And people would come to the temple and they would consult, and that was nice to get to see people. And then, maybe a year or so back, the Loom sisters started getting messages, clear messages, instructions from the goddess. Made me a little uncomfortable. And they started putting all these plans and schemes into motion, and that's not what we do at the temple. We consult, we give advice. We don't get involved in politics. Well, except when the elders of the city come for advice. That's expected. We don't meddle. But the sisters did meddle. And look where it got them. So, now what are you gonna do?
Well, there's something about this Titan seal or something, was it?
Oh,
We're gonna have to sort out, presumably.
Yeah.
yes, well, my understanding. I mean, I'm only a scribe in the temple. I'm not ordained into the ranks of Klothys followers. Really, maybe a little bit, but as I understand it, she has guarded the Titan seal since the Titans were locked away. But I don't really know what this means, if she is instructing the sisters to do this, do that, undermine the council in Melitis. It didn't sit right with me.
So do you know where the Titan seal is?
Somewhere in the underworld.
We've already been. Well, we've been to the underworld.
Really?
And out.
We're gonna have to go
And
again.
back?
Yeah, and back.
Are you in the habit
And
of
hardly any-
making enemies of the gods?
No, I don't think so.
They're in the habit of making enemies of us.
Yeah.
I like my god.
I don't want to know. I just... You're clearly heroes. Clearly. I just wonder... I suppose this means we live in interesting times.
Could be that.
Could say that.
What's going to happen?
Well, nothing good unless we sort this Titan seal stuff out, I would imagine.
I wish I could help you.
So what are you going to do now?
Me? I think I'm going to sit here and drink. Until I run out of money, and then I will have to look for work.
Come and work for us. We've got a villa up in Akros.
Akros? It's miles from here.
Yeah, well, we travel a lot.
Yeah.
What use would a bunch of heroes have for me, a scribe?
You can write our adventures down.
Yeah.
Now that would be interesting. Tell you what. Why don't you
could
tell
write
me
my
some
own
of your
book.
adventures?
I
And
was
let
gonna
me
say,
be the
if I
judge of
write
whether
my
they're
own
worth
book,
writing down.
Did you say something, Pims?
I said he could write my autobiography. And it's about time.
How old want his pims again.
21. He's packed a lot in a short time.
In fairness, you are heroes, and heroes don't have the longest life expectancy. So, maybe I should get a move on.
You should do.
All right.
Tell Clip-Clop some of our adventures.
Hester,
Yeah.
can you do that thing with your eyes again?
Sure.
I mean, where she rolls them when I talk.
Well, when you take your shirt off.
Oh, God.
Go on, Hester, make a go on, like Dericles, you make a performance roll. Hester, you make a performance roll, and see how you do.
11.
17.
Whoa. Okay. So, Dericles, surprisingly, tells the story of your adventures remarkably succinctly, with like glossing over the boring bits, jumping just to the good bits, providing just enough context to make it all interesting, and Clip-Clop is wrapped. Hester's little like eye stage performance is it works, but you can tell, Hester, that it's really Dericles' storytelling that has caught her attention on this occasion. But yeah, she seems to perk up, and she like from her pouch she pulls out surprisingly like rummages surprisingly deep in what looks like quite a small pouch, pulls out a little wax tablet and starts making notes.
Oh, Dericles, I wasn't listening, but did you tell her about the ink that we made?
No, I haven't mentioned the ink.
Yeah, that we decided to have a drink from instead of write things with.
You drank ink.
That's
That's
What
really
was
not
in it? I'm trying to think
advisable.
what was in it. It was. Oh, dear.
You want to make a
Basilisk something or other? Was it?
Yes, that was it. It had basilisk blood in it. And we
You
were
drank
meant to.
what?
Well, we were meant to write with it so we could find stuff out, and then I think I drank some because it seemed like a quicker way of doing things.
It seems remarkably dangerous. Didn't it burn you?
It wasn't nice. I would
I can imagine it
recommend
wasn't.
it, but it did work.
All right. You've convinced me. I don't know that I want to follow you around because it seems like, based on what happened just down the coast there, thank you very much. I would rather not be in the vicinity when these events actually happen. I would like to hear about them afterwards. But yeah, I could write you quite the chronicle.
Sounds good, Pims, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Book about us.
All right. Well, in that case, perhaps I had
Would that be
better dispense with the Klothys robes before I, just in case I upset the goddess. Also, I've been rethinking my options and think perhaps I should be making my devotions to somebody else.
I'm going to put my arm round her and lean in and go, I've just got exactly the right person. I'm going to flash a look at Hester just before she says anything. Can I make a persuade check?
Yeah, go on, make a persuasion roll.
Right, let's have a look. Oh, wait, that's it. Oh, +8. Oh, that was a natural 20, so 28.
Whoa. Okay.
I wish just have to go with it. I'm just, suggesting.
Shade draws Clip-Clop off to one end of the table and evangelizes. And you're not paying attention to the details, but you catch the occasional phrase, and Shade is just absolutely she's pitching Erebos as a glorious what's the word? Just sort of like the pinnacle of patience and stoicism in his role overseeing the end of all human life, and Clip-Clop seems to be buying it.
I'm just going to sit quietly in the corner, and I'm going to have sunrises in my eyes and just being a bit melancholy and quiet.
Okay.
I mean, each to their own, Hester. Perfectly free to worship who
Shade,
you like.
make a perception roll.
Okay. 5.
No, you're oblivious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too busy extolling the virtues of Erebos. Pims, Derocles, what are you doing?
I'm concentrating on food and drink.
Food and drink. Okay.
Yeah, probably moved on
trying
to
to think
that
what
now.
time of day it is now.
Whatever time I think
You set
Shade
off,
wants to sleep.
I think you spent the night in Melitis and then set off for the temple in the morning. So it took you like half day to fly down there. So it would now it is now getting towards evening. And the tavern is beginning to get busier. Let's see. So is anybody doing anything in particular this evening? Where are you gonna? What do you want to do for tonight? Are you gonna stay in Altrizos for the night?
Yeah, I think so.
What
Probably get an
does
early night.
everyone want to do? Do we want to go back to our villa tomorrow, and we can take Clip-Clop with us, and then we can go somewhere from there? Because are we not looking for your mum, Derocles? Is that the next thing we always? Oh no, we're still looking for the Titan seal.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to look for my mum, but I do kind of think that this urgent Titans escaping into the world thing might take precedence.
I think slightly higher priority. But do we know where we're going to find it?
Well, should we go and talk to the priest of Erebos? He might know. If it's in the underworld somewhere.
Well, we could stop. That would be on the way up to the villa, wouldn't it? We could stop there tomorrow.
Yeah, more or less. I will. I'll get you the map. Hold on.
Can we take a little break in a minute?
Yes. Let's have a quick pause. We'll be back in 10 minutes or so. See you shortly. So, welcome back. You were in a tavern, the Hydra's Neck, in Altrizos. I believe the plan was to stay the night here.
Yeah.
Great. So, you are very welcome to have a long rest now, and the evening passes fairly uneventfully. You can have a drink, have a relax, chat to Clip-Clop, who is very interested in having a drink and a relax. And the night passes uneventfully, and you come down from your rooms. There's an array of bread and cheese and watered wine laid out for breakfast. And what are your plans for the day?
We need to find out about this Titan seal. I don't know where to go.
Sorry,
You know. You said, "Oh, I thought you were going to say something."
I forgot something, but it's fine.
That's never good.
So we need to go and see somebody wise and, you know.
Shade suggested Titus, the priest
Somebody remember what he was called. It's been such a long time.
priest of Erebos.
Yeah, Titus.
Okay.
Yes, if you recall, Titus was the priest at the little shrine of Erebos that you found halfway up a cliffside.
Yeah.
It was like maybe a day or so.
Is that what he's actually called? The little shrine of Erebos? I quite like that.
That's kind of cute, isn't it?
Yes.
I think we'll call it that now. And you...
Come visit Theros' smallest shrine.
Anyway, yes. So you recall where that was. It shouldn't be too hard to find, especially now that you have steeds to ride. So,
Yes.
Are you going to set straight off?
Well, after breakfast.
After breakfast, obviously. So, says Clip-Clop, should I just set off for Akros then? It'll take a...
You could come with us as we head north on our burnished hearts.
Can two of us go on a heart at one time?
I think
They carry two at the same time?
I think they could probably just about manage it.
Who's the lightest of us?
Well,
Not
what I
me.
was going to suggest is I send Clip-Clop on mine to Akros, and then it can come back and meet us wherever we're going to be. And we can give Clip-Clop a letter of introduction to Deracles' parents, so they know who she is.
Okay.
Fly all the way to Akros on my own?
Oh,
Well,
okay. It was an idea.
Either that, or you could just come with us to a shrine of Erebos.
But are we going to go to Akros straight afterwards, is all I was thinking, or are we going to...
Oh, but it must
anywhere
be
else
about
after.
halfway there, though. You know, it would at least take quite a bit of the journey away.
Okay, well, if we all go to
me
the shrine and then...
Let me just bring the map up. Here we go. So let's.
Nowhere near halfway there, is it?
No.
Mental geography, not great.
There we go. So there's Akros. So this is oh, you can't see my cursor. So Altrizos is just there.
Behind you.
there is Altrisos, just there. So you're not far from Meletis. Titos' shrine is slightly sort of like east around the coast from Meletis, and obviously Akros is up north there. So it's up to you. Clip-Clop seems kind of a bit torn between sort of apprehensive about the thought of flying to Akros alone, and then equal parts sort of like interested in going to see this Shrine of Erebos, but also somewhat apprehensive about accompanying you and getting potentially into fights.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything dangerous to begin with. We'll go and talk to the priest and then see what we do next.
Well, you say that, but I've read so many tales. Nothing ever goes to plan for heroes.
Well, what we do is we normally send the hearts off. So what we could do is send you with the hearts if there's any trouble.
I must admit, going with all 4 of the hearts does sound a little bit less scary than...
Yeah, they don't normally go far, but I think that might be the best thing. And then also means you can look after them as well as they look after you. And then that's just sort of one option.
Well, all right. I will leave it. I will trust you. Go on, let's get going before I change my mind. Okay, so you can after breakfast you can head on up the road back to the stables, collect the hearts, and
have they been looked after?
Oh, they do. They have.
Are they all shiny now?
They are extremely shiny. The stable hand seems to be like very proud of his work. He has buffed them all to a high polish.
So they don't fall off them. Can I give him some money to?
Yes. How much are you giving him?
I have no idea. Don't know. 5 silver.
Okay. Thank you very, very much. He seems very pleased with that and proud to have done a good service for the heroes. Nobody seems to be very clear on exactly what you are the heroes of at the moment, but you are very clearly heroes, because otherwise you wouldn't have such magnificent steeds. So yes, so there is a small crowd gathered to see you off. It turns out the word of the magnificent hearts in the stables got around, so you had to kind of like push through a small crowd to collect them. As
I go along on my horse, I'm going to pull out my lute and play a little farewell ditty.
Lovely. Make a performance roll.
Okay. What's my performance modifier? Okay. 9.
Your lute seems to have
didn't tune my lute.
Yeah, the process of all the fighting seems to have left it a little bit out of tune, but the crowd are into it. You get a few cheers, and a bunch of people climb up onto the city walls to watch you kind of like all trot out onto the grassland and then begin cantering across the plain and taking off into the sky. it is overcast today. There's a promise of rain on the wind, but it's currently dry and comfortable. And you fly northeast. Well, east by northeast. And it's a fairly short flight before you're passing over mostly sort of like rocky plains before you start to like get close to the sea again on the in the nook of the peninsula Meletis guards. And you fly over Meletis, looking down on the polis from above. You can see that from above, it's very clear that there is this kind of like crescent-shaped harbour, and then sort of like a circular tier of the lower city, and then another circle of the upper city. It's quite pleasing to lock at from the air.
Can I point out to Clip-Clop the like various places where we've done heroic things? Like
yes.
Tell them about the clubhouse.
Oh yeah, and that's our clubhouse. Oh, and there's a good picnic spot down by the docks.
Oh yeah.
That's where we went down to the underworld, and that's the marketplace, which we trashed at least twice.
Clip-Clop is struggling to hear you over the noise of the wind, but she nods enthusiastically. Okay, and then after once you've passed over the city, it's only a few more minutes before you begin descending, as you see the little fishing village at the foot of the cliff, and the little shrine halfway up the cliff with a little winding path leading up to it. Are you going to land the hearts on the beach or on the cliff top, or try to land right in front of the temple?
Yeah, on the beach, maybe. I'll point out to Clip-Clop where Shade brokered a peace between the sea people and the villagers.
Yes.
I wonder if they've had their festival yet.
We'll find out. Okay, yeah, the beach is the easiest place for you to land. So, because it's long and straight. So yeah, you.
I don't think it's a good idea because it might gum up the works. Grit inside the mechanics.
Is that your professional opinion?
Yeah, that's my professional opinion.
Yeah. We should be listening to.
Are you going to try and land yours off the sand then, Pims?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go on. It's getting dangerously close to the cliff. Make me a dex saving throw to.
Don't crash into the cliff trying to avoid the beach.
Ooh, 18.
Oh yeah, Pims has no trouble. Yeah. Just Pims's heart like swoops in really close to the cliff. You can see your heart's brass like wing feathers sort of like almost skimming the rock as you come right in and land smoothly on the pebbly upper beach right next to the cliffside. The rest of you play it a bit safer, land on the beach. The hearts seem to be okay with sand beneath their hooves. Clip-Clop is quite glad to be back on solid ground. Let's see. Oh well, shall I wait here with the hearts then?
No, come with us.
Are you sure?
Well, you might have.
You're not going to fight anything.
No, it's just a priest.
No.
We're not going to fight him. He's a friend of ours.
No, we like him.
All right. I'll come with you. All right. And so you head up the. Let me get the map open because I've got a map for this. Where is it? I'll have to set it up. You wind your way up the windy stairs. Oh, the little fishing village, by the way. You can see. Yeah, there is a mixture now of Tritons and humans working on nets down by the docks, and they're humans pottering but in boats, but they seem to be like leaning over the side and talking to Tritons in the water, and there are Tritons kind of like a couple of them seem to be like working on the hulls of the boats underwater. Seems to be, they seem to be collaborating quite happily.
That's good.
Let's see. Will they recognise you? A few people recognise you and wave as you pass through enthusiastically.
Morning.
Yeah, waves back.
But nobody attempts to engage you in conversation, and you're able to pass through the edge of the village and up the winding path that leads up to the temple. Actually, rather than like open the map properly, I'll just show you the. There we go. So this is what the little shrine looks like. There's just a small, somewhat overgrown set of steps in front of the pillared entrance, and then inside is a very small small area. But as you approach, you see a figure emerge from the doorway. He is it is Titos. He's wearing his black and white robes, accented with gold rings and gold jewelry, and his like thick black beard and black hair is flecked with grey. He throws his arms wide as he recognises you on the steps. My friends, welcome to the shrine. What brings you to my little temple?
Trouble.
We need some. Yeah, we need some information.
Ah, well, come in, and I see you have brought a friend with you.
This is Klothys.
Hello. I'm
She's
just their
very
scribe.
interested in learning more about Erebos.
I'll not deny. I'm quite impressed with what I've heard so far. And she follows you into the temple, and so inside Titos gets a flagon of wine out and pours you all some drinks. What can I do for you?
The Titan seal. We need to do something about it.
Ah.
We need to protect it.
Well, I must admit that is well outside of my expertise. But this temple is consecrated to Erebos, so if you wish to offer up a prayer, then perhaps Erebos will bestow some enlightenment upon you. And Klip-Clop, I believe it is. Perhaps I can answer some of your questions about the faith. Oh, all right. Yes, I did have a couple of things I was wondering. And Klip-Clop moves over to beside Titos, and they engage in a little conversation.
Is there still like a donations bowl or something on the altar?
There's an altar with a bowl on it, mostly full of gold coins.
Right. I'd like to go up to the altar, and I still have, although I know it belongs to all of us really, I still have a bag of gems. So, do I want to put those, or do I want to put some gold? I'm going to put a platinum piece in.
Okay.
Because it's for everybody. So yeah. Okay. So I've put that in, and.
Yep. What are you going to say?
I'd like to say, Erebos, Klothys, she's abandoned the Titan Seal, hasn't she? Somebody remind me before I say something.
Yeah.
Heracles, can you remember what what they said?
Yeah, she's left it.
Right. So if I say Erebos, Klothys has abandoned the Titan Seal. Can you help us? Do we need to do something about this? If we do, where do we go?
Okay. You offer up your prayer, and you feel your senses. You close your eyes, and your senses expand, and you feel like you are no longer in the kind of somewhat like cramped indoor space of the temple, but in a more open, cavernous space. When you open your eyes, you find yourself in a familiar cavern. It looks like a natural cave of immense size. The ceiling is supported by stalagmites and stalactites, like pillars holding up. It's almost like a natural temple. And in the center of the dished floor, there is this circular seal, which you can now see has hairline cracks running through it, and just looking at the cracks makes your stomach twist in with tension. But upon the seal, there is a vast creature. Its four legs are astride the thing, paws around the edges of the dais. It has three heads. Two of them are clutching matted clumps of Klothys abandoned hair in their jaws, and sort of like and pulling on it, straining to maintain this kind of like cat's cradle of interwoven hair that tangles the seal with the pillars. The central head, which is not holding anything, snorts. And sort of like turns slowly to look at you. This is Cerberus. And you hear a voice. I have set my greatest guardian to hold the seal for as long as he can. You have grown strong, my child, but you and your allies will need greater strength yet to defeat such a foe. Ask Titos about the blood tree. He will set you on the path. and the mists rise, obscuring your vision. Shade seems to go into a trance for a little while for the rest of you, and when after a minute or so, she kind of wakes, shakes her head, and she looks a little discombobulated.
Are you alright?
Well, I saw the seal. Klothys has definitely left, but Erebos has placed Cerberus, the most cute three-headed dog you've ever seen, to guard it and to try and hold everything together. I mean, it was really big, and Erebos says we aren't strong enough yet to fight this foe, and I need to speak to Titus, but yeah, there were definite cracks in the seal. It looks like it, if we can't get Klothys back to doing what she was meant to be doing, or find another way of sealing it, then we're going to have to find a way of getting stronger. So we've got to go and find a blood tree.
What?
What's a blood tree?
It sounds fun. Titus?
Is it a big
Sorry?
red tree?
I don't know.
I'm sorry?
We've got to find a blood tree. Erebos says we've got to find a blood tree.
The blood tree. Oh.
I don't know if you just heard, but Erebos has sent Cerberus to hold the seal together.
That is momentous indeed, because without Cerberus guarding the borders of the underworld, it will be harder for souls to be contained. We may see a resurgence of returned, escaping the underworld.
Well, we can't have that. But he said that we weren't, even though we were stronger than we've been, that we're not strong enough. So we need to find the blood tree, and you'd be able to let us know what that was.
Yes. Huh. Very well. Let me tell you the story of the blood tree.
Oh, Clip Clop, do you want to get your red pen and paper out?
Oh, yes. Thank you. She pulls out her wax tablet from her pouch and listens attentively. Well, the blood tree. Once long ago, there was... Let me see. It must have been 74 years ago.
Excuse me, Titus.
Yes?
Is this going to be a long story? Should we sit down? Comfortably.
Please do. 74 years ago, a champion of Erebos set off to battle the returned and take the fight to Asphodel. It was his ambition to cleanse the necropolis. With him he took a small army of heroes, followers of Erebos, wandering heroes, some mercenaries and soldiers, anyone who was willing to take the fight to the returned. None returned. The story goes that the champion, the army was defeated, and the champion was the last of the army to fall. And where he fell, the blood tree now grows. I do not know the truth of the matter, but I do know that the champion of Erebos, Iduma was his name, was my father.
Oh.
He set off.
Oh, wow.
When he set off, he did not even know he had a son.
Oh.
I never knew him. But my mother told me all she could. She searched for stories of what had happened in the wastes. But no one has entered, as far as I know, no one has entered the Despair Lands since. It is plagued with beasts and returned. I would not advise a frontal assault. There are too many returned. But if our Lord suggests that you should investigate the tree, perhaps there is something to be found there. Do you think you can get? For it is a hard road through the Despair Lands. Do you think you could get there?
Of course.
Well, we have flying steeds now. That would help.
Really?
Yeah, I'd get there, no problem.
Well, that would make it... I would think that would make it much safer. But it is still a risk. The returned can still shoot.
Oh yeah, don't we know that one?
By a risk, you mean it will still be epic, which is great.
So, I'm sorry I cannot tell you more about what you might find there.
So where in the Despair Lands? Can we get the map up? Can we get our map out and have a look?
Of course, here. Yes, let's here. He clears a space on one end of the altar. One moment. Let me get the map back. There we go. Very slick. Let's move it over this way. The Despair Lands are south of the Nessian Wood.
Because we've been to the Despair Lands. We've been to the Despair Lands, though, haven't we? For the
you have, yes, the temple where you fought Ianthe the first time.
Yeah. It was kind of on the edge, wasn't it? The Despair.
You were just on the northern edge of the Despair Land. So you have looked out across it. And you could see, it is just a bleak wasteland degenerating into swamp towards the coast.
Yeah.
So, says
yes, there's Blood Tree there on the map. Look.
Yes, some sailors have seen a vast, towering tree. As they have passed it, sailing past, it is unnaturally huge. And blood red.
It was going to be a real tree. See, do you know if you open somebody up, where all their blood goes, it looks like a tree.
That is an interesting observation.
Not creepy in any way.
Hang on a sec, are we all here?
You are all here.
Where's Hester?
Oh, let me just check that we still have Jill.
Hester is nowhere to be seen.
Did you come into the temple at all with us?
I did. I came right up with you, and then I disappeared.
Oh. Hester! Hester! Any reply?
No.
She can't have gone far. This is a small.
Did you actually come in with us? I know it is.
I came right in with you. Came right up as close as everyone else, and then I backed out.
I'm going to go outside and see if I can spot her.
Yeah, you'll find me cowering by the side of the door, right down low, hunched right over.
Okay, Hester, what's up?
Are you kidding?
No.
Look at me. I'm going to stand up. Look at me.
I look at her.
Make a perception roll, Pims.
Oh, yeah. Pim's well known.
Does he do it with disadvantage because it's Pims?
6.
Right,
It's Hester. She's she's right there. She's a Leonin. She's she's carrying her shield. She's wearing her like beautifully woven holy symbol.
That's enough information. I'm a Leonin.
Yeah.
What were you doing taking me in there?
Well, we were visiting the dude that we needed to see. Well, I don't see the problem.
You don't see the problem with me standing in front of Cerberus? A 3-headed dog.
No, Cerberus wasn't there.
Sorry, Jill. That was.
It was in
I
my,
wasn't clear. That was.
It was in my.
That was Shade's vision when she was praying.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Sorry, but she described it really vividly.
Yeah, that's enough.
So,
I'm scared.
Yes.
I'm not going near that thing. You must be joking.
You're not scared of a little doggy, are you? I don't believe that.
Hiss at him.
His nose.
My
Inside,
tail
you can
is
hear that
really
inside the temple.
Yeah. I want to
What's
come out and see
going on?
Hester.
Let's see. Shade, Dericles, religion rolls, please.
By the way, it's gone 10.
Oh, sorry. Okay. We shall wrap up in just a moment.
Right.
What was that? Sorry.
22.
22. Okay.
Religion. How does... it doesn't want to show me. Religion. Oh, 14.
Okay. Well, you're perfectly comfortable, Shade. Here, Dericles. It occurs to you that Hester's beautifully handcrafted holy symbol that she's wearing is the symbol of Heliod, the kind of the arch enemy of Erebos.
Oh.
Whose temple you are standing on the steps of.
Ah. Oh. Are you all right, Hester?
I'm a little bit unnerved, but, coping. Are you all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Shouldn't I be?
I don't know, all that stuff about the Cerberus thing. I'm not.
Yeah, but it's protecting the seal. It's protecting everybody. And, death's just a part of day-to-day life.
Titos and Clip-Clop coming out onto the steps with you.
See, all I can say is not every day is sunny, but you're definitely sure that someone's going to die. Does it make you feel better, Hester?
I'm not sure that's quite as comforting as you might think it is.
It is not. I'm uncomforted.
Hang on a sec. Not every day can be sunny, but you're going to show somebody else is going to die. Is that any better?
Clip-Clop is writing this down.
I'm just
You might have to edit your notes later. Some of the
I'm
stuff
writing
that
that one down.
happens doesn't.
I think I will.
Go in
I think I
a
will.
book.
So,
gonna hold my holy symbol really tight.
where to now? And I think we will leave you there on the steps of the shrine, thinking about what to do next, because it's getting late. And sorry, I was going to try to get another fight in there, but time just got away. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you for joining us, and we will be back in a couple of weeks. Back on the bi-weekly schedule. Thank you for joining us. See you in 2 weeks.